Welcome to the Well Child Show. My name is Kemak Onyenaucheya, and I'm so proud to be your host. Childhood is the foundation of every individual's life, and like the foundation of any physical building, a compromise on any sort would result in countless problems in adulthood, stemming from the devastating effects of abuse and molestation. Many times I have been asked, why are you so passionate about issues relating to child protection? I have experienced firsthand the devastation that sexual abuse causes in the lives of children. Having consulted with hundreds of schools and trained thousands of teachers across the country, I have realized that the lack of access to correct information and education is a major bane in our country. This is why I have galvanized and continue to pull together personal and sundry resources to ensure public health education on global best practices in childcare health and safety. Once again, my name is Kemak Onyenaucheya. I am a mental health specialist and a certified childcare professional by the Texas Department of Family and Protective Services, USA. My life's aim is to ensure that by my advocacy and consistent labor, no child in our nation is brought under the effect and influence of child sexual abuse. Would you kindly partner with me as I work to ensure a healthy, safe, and just world, devoid of abuse, where all our children can grow and flourish to their fullest potentials? The Well Child Show would continue in a moment. Please don't go away.
Let's talk about the dream gap. You see, starting at age 5, girls stop believing they can be presidents, scientists, astronauts, big thinkers, engineers, CEOs, and the list goes on. We are 3 times less likely to be given a science-related toy. That's sad. And when our parents are twice as likely to Google, is my son gifted? Then is my daughter gifted? That's not cool. We need to see brilliant women being brilliant and see how they got to where they are. But we can't do it alone. Moms, dads, brothers, and bosses. We need all of you to help. It's up to all of us.
You are welcome back. It's still the Well Child Show with Kemak, brought to you by Global Child Health and Safety Initiative. It's my great honor and privilege that you have joined us on today's edition of the show. Of course, we're still marking or celebrating International Women's Month, and in the spirit of celebrating our women and our mothers who do all in their power to ensure the health, safety, and wellness of our children, I have a special guest in the studio with me today. She is the co-founder of a very unique initiative called the Market Women Initiative. My guest today is Temitope Akinyemi. She is the co-founder of Market Women Initiative. You're most welcome to the program.
Thank you very much. It's my pleasure to be here.
Thank you so much for taking the time.
I must say you're doing an amazing work.
Thank you. Thank you. And likewise,
Yes.
I mean, you're doing great work.
Thank you.
All right, Temitope, can you tell us a bit about, of course, I got to find out about your organization today.
Wow.
And in celebrating, International Women's Month, on the Well Child Show, we're trying to showcase and highlight individuals, organizations, and programs that work together to improve the lives of women and mothers, which directly has an impact in the life of children.
Yeah.
So can you please enlighten us a bit about the Market Women Initiative?
Okay. Like you rightly mentioned, I'm a co-founder, so I have a co-founder as well.
Right.
And then I have a team of partners. This was actually born out of the desire to give back help people. I know sometimes when you want to give and you want to help people, you want to look at what can give you the maximum impact, what can make the best, give you the biggest impact on society. And looking at it, we decided to go the route of the market women, people who are already engaged and busy. Sometimes people dole out cash to people who are really doing nothing, and so before you know what's happening, they are broke again. And the best way to really impact is to look for someone who is busy, but who is limited in what they're doing, who with a little support can grow and scale what they're doing. And that was the thought behind the Market Women Initiative. The average trader out there has been trading with X thousand of Naira for the past maybe 5, 7, 10 years, and they've not been able to grow their businesses beyond that. They don't even know what to do to grow their businesses. They don't understand the value of the customers. They don't, many things that we teach in seminars, they don't have the access to those kinds of seminars and trainings and teachings. They don't understand customer service. They don't understand retaining your customers and all of that. So we decided to place our focus on the average market woman out there who does not have access to the banks, who does not have access to financing, who doesn't have access to trainings, as it were. And like I usually tell people, is like a 2 or 3 pronged approach that we decided to employ in that direction. Okay. Of course, it's easy to give someone cash, and if the person is not trained on how to maximize or to be productive with the cash, and then the person goes back to ground zero. So the most important part of what we do is the trainings that we hold for these women. Right. Currently, we have 6 centers in Lagos. Oh, really? Yeah. Wow. And by God's grace, we've been able to support and give small loans to those women, about 1,200 plus women. Oh my word. Spread across Lagos State. That's a huge project. Yeah, it is. It's huge. Okay. Yeah, it is. Okay, now I have something that I have such passion, and I'm heavily emotionally invested in any project or program that seeks or works towards the upliftment and development of women, particularly the rural women. And I remember as a young boy watching the late former First Lady Mariam Babangida and her Better Life, program for rural women. I couldn't really understand the implication of what was happening, but I remember that whenever that program came on TV, I was just so emotionally drawn to that. So I want to know, why market women? What was the core reason? Of course, there are several demographics of women in the country, but why did your team choose to focus on this rare demographic that really a lot of people don't really pay attention to? I mean, that was going to be my first response, to say many times we're looking for accolades, whether you like it or not. We've been doing this for since 2016. And it's been 70% personal funds that have gone into this. Personally, we've done maybe about 20 million in the direction of this project. Wow. We've had a few friends who have partnered with us. We've not really had any corporate sponsorship as such. Okay. But I mean, they are the ignored people in society. But they hold, like we train them as well, tell them that they have the power of the economy in their hands. Yes. Like in the US, small scale businesses hold the economy. They run the economy. I absolutely agree. So I mean, we one of the things we let them know, and it really does help them, in growing their self-esteem, the way they do business, and it's helped them grow over the years. The market woman has power, much more than we think they do have. And we, like I said, we train them every week across those 6 centers. 5 days in the week, we invest in training them, and we give them loans and create a system for them to pay back every week. So anytime they come for the meetings, they come and make a repayment of a part of the loan. We also encourage them to save as well. We train them. We reach out to our friends and people in the corporate world to come train them. So people teach them on branding, people teach them on customer service, and some of the videos that we have, some speak Pidgin to them, speak Yoruba to them, Hausa in different languages and all of that. So they're ignored in society, yet they are really so powerful. Because I recall, sorry to cut you short, I think it was in the 1920s, the Aba Women Riot. As a matter of fact, my great-grandmother was one of the leaders of that movement. Really? And I remember, I think there was a story around the women in the market who sold salt, withholding
the produce from the market, and that had such a far-reaching
effect on society. Yeah. So I mean, they're really powerful. If we ignore them, we ignore them to our own detriment, you know, ultimately.
Exactly.
Yeah, so that's one of the reasons why we really decided to reach out to them.
Okay, now let's delve in a bit deeper.
Okay.
What are some of the challenges that, not working with this group of women who obviously have such a huge impact in society, what are some of the challenges or some of the, you know, the early beliefs and mindsets that you encountered coming in to begin working with these women?
You know, when we first started this, you know, sometimes when people ask, why do you do this? They, you know, somehow they expect that you must have an ulterior motive. There must be, maybe you're going for political office, or you're eyeing something.
Right.
There must be something. You know, so when we wanted to start, Ikeja is our comfort zone, as it were. So we started with the Ikeja Center, and we, you know, called somebody who called somebody, went to the market to tell them about what we wanted to start and all of that. I know they were excited, and we invited them and for the first meeting, and 30 people showed interest to say that, oh, okay, 30 women said they were ready to start with us. So we fixed a day for the first meeting, and on the day of the first meeting, only 10 people showed up.
Right.
I mean, and we already told them we're going to be training them, we're going to, you know, advance them with small loans, because we work as well. I mean, so we're going to start them with as little as 10,000.
Right.
I mean, so as they paid back, they would increase to 20 and 30 and all of that. So the first thing was, oh, nobody just does good. Even for the women as well. The women were going to help.
So there was a sense
people,
of
so these people want to
trepidation.
that kind of thing.
Oh my
so
word.
out of 30 people who committed, but got their details, okay, said they were coming for the meeting, only 10 people showed up on the first day of the meeting.
Wow.
And you know, 1 or 2 people in engaging them, you know, said, nobody just does good in this country. There must be something, you know, they are trying to get something off us and all of that. So that was the first thing, you know, we encountered. And somewhere along the line as well, somebody also felt that we're government funded. You know, that, you know, maybe somebody in power. I wish, I mean.
Oh my word. Because I mean, at the end of the day, I think, yes, there's a lot of pessimism in the system, particularly when it has to do with things like this, right? But no matter the, in my opinion, despite the, you know, the behind the scenes intentions, provided someone's life is improved.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean,
yeah, absolutely. I mean, and you know, sometimes I think, okay, let me just backtrack a bit. About 2 years ago, I had in business, we had a fire incident that, you know, was really bad. Lost our entire warehouse, got burnt and all of that. And, you know, within the office premises is where the Ikeja people, you know, we meet with them.
Oh.
So the first meeting after then, you know, they came and, you know, they all were at the fireside. They were cursing, you know, they were crying. Just felt that, man, these people that are supporting us, it's like they won't support us again, you know. And when, you know, we encourage them, we told them all will be well. I know they always pray for you. They wish you well. You know, when you are starting a new venture, you know, after all the fire and all of that, we decided to start again. And you know, they came, they prayed. You know, they always, you know, in their own little way, you know that, you know, their hearts are really, you know. And sometimes when you feel like, I don't know whether I'll be able to keep up with this, and then you see their faces again, and then, you know, they share about how their lives are changing. And then we don't only teach them about business, we teach them about parenting, we scold them, you know, we teach them about marriage, we teach them about things that impact on their businesses, because their lives really do, you know.
Exactly, because as a mother or as a parent, the well-being of your child will impact on your business. So the happiness, stability of your marriage will impact on your business. So I mean, I think it's quite a holistic program that you run.
Yeah, it's like family. I mean, it's
that's excellent. Okay, we're going to go on a quick break, and when I come back, I'm going to talk to you a bit about some of the success stories that you have, you know, gotten from your engagement. All right. So we're going to take a quick break, a public service announcement. With the outbreak of the coronavirus, we are very particular that everyone is safe, especially our children. So here's a public service announcement from the Social Millennials Network on how we can, you know, adjust our lives and live more health conscious in order to prevent the spread of the virus and the disease. The Well Child Show will continue after this break. Please stay with us. Welcome back. You're still watching the Well Child Show with Kemak, brought to you by Global Child Health and Safety Initiative. I'm so glad that you're here today sharing this part of your beautiful afternoon with us. I have, of course, still with me in the studio, Ms. Temitope Akinyemi. She is the co-founder of the Market Women Initiative. It's a very novel, idea and organization that has taken particular attention or paying particular attention to a very important demographic of our society that most of us tend to overlook, and that's the women who sell and work in the open markets in Nigeria. You're welcome back to the program.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I mean, I just can't get over how novel and intelligent your program is.
Thank
and
you.
Congratulations and well done.
Thank you.
On the great work that you're doing.
Thank you so much.
All right, now your program, gives access to finance to these women, right, in the markets, and you said there's a level. Can you tell us how that works?
Okay, we start them off on 10,000 naira. But even before we start giving them loans, they must have been trained for a full month.
Okay.
That means they must have attended the trainings for, 4 weeks back to back, so that we're not just giving them funds to go.
Is the training every day?
The training is every week, once a week.
Okay.
We had the trainings with the same market women every week. So once a week, they attend a training in their center.
Right.
So they would have attended the trainings for 1 month. Then they can assess the lowest level, which is 10,000. As the Bible says, he that is faithful in little will also be faithful in much.
Right.
So once they pay back 10,000, they qualify for more, and then more and more like that. So.
Oh, great! That's brilliant. So essentially, that's more like a microfinance bank scheme or something. All right. So can you tell us 1 or 2 success stories that you have recorded from your engagements?
Well, we have quite a number of success stories, thankfully. Like I said, they started with 10,000, and we have a few women who have qualified to take loans of as much as 350,000 naira.
Wow.
Because they've stayed faithful, they've paid back, they've taken and they've paid back.
And that's about $1,000
yes,
in
thereabouts,
exchange,
yes,
right?
that's about $1,000. So it's given a lot of them the courage to expand their lines of business.
Wow.
Some of them just I remember a particular woman, what she was doing when she came on board was she was blending pepper. That was all she was doing, and she was just blending pepper just beside a very big drainage, very dirty area and all of that. Today she has a stand for herself. Today she sells a couple of other things. She's expanded. She's bolder. She's more confident in herself. Her self-esteem is,
Of course.
yeah. So it's much more than the money. Is who these women are becoming.
Wow.
And how they're able to place a demand of society because they're better off. So
right. This is what you're saying is everything to me. Like I'm so excited about this, and I'm definitely going to get involved in my own way, to support what it is you're doing.
Thank you.
Now, you talked about something that really excites me. The women, by getting empowered, are coming into a knowing and an understanding of who they are, and beginning to place demands on society.
Absolutely.
Now, what's your view? I remember before the close of work yesterday, I was having a discussion with someone, and we were talking about feminism, gender equality, and gender equity. There seems to be a lot of smoke screen around these subjects, and for a lot of people of my gender who don't really understand what the basics of gender equality and feminism is. Can you help us out a bit to explain based on the work you're doing? Because essentially you're empowering women and you're trying to close the gap in gender inequality. So can you please just...
I think in the area where we stand, it's without saying that the woman that can bring in money every day is not joking. She didn't come to the party to sip wine or something. She's got value to bring to the table, and I know that's why I'm particularly passionate about the market woman. Every day she's bringing value to the table. We tell them ensure that when you make this amount a day, you put this aside. So they're a lot more confidence. I don't know what any man will say, and they will say that they are not, you know, in my language, they will say they are not there. They are there.
Right.
As it were, you know, so I think gender equality is, nobody was made inferior to the other.
Exactly.
I mean, yeah, they've got real good value to bring to the table, and I think they're doing a good job at it. You know,
right.
Both people that some of them are really, really illiterate. I mean, we started a program not long ago, did a partnership with a company that does teaches like adult education,
right.
how to read, how to, you know, all of that. We inculcate in our trainings as well. Just stuff to ensure that they're, you know, that they're there, you know, much more than just buying and selling and just.
I know, right? That's excellent. So what are your plans for the Market Women Initiative? That's your short-term goals and maybe 10 years, 20 years down the line.
Okay.
What do you hope to achieve?
People, we get calls, for example, sometimes people from Port Harcourt, from Abuja, different places, asking us if we have centers out, you know, outside of Lagos. Fortunately or unfortunately, we're just how we are. I mean, there's so much you can do, or, you know, on our own. But there's something that we decided to do, which we had 1 or 2 people come to take learnings from our systems.
Right.
So if people, for example, are outside of Lagos, and they want to do what we're doing, we willingly will train them.
So you give them your model?
Yeah, we'll give them our model, and they can go ahead and replicate the same things, you know, the same thing wherever they are.
That's just excellent.
So we're very open to doing that. And then there are people who have resources, and they don't have the time, because it is time consuming.
Oh, yes, it is.
I mean, every week, 5 days a week, we do trainings.
Wow.
I mean, and I run a business. No, I don't run a business. I run more than a business.
Oh, my God.
You know, so our dream is that within Lagos, we want to be able to support 40,000 women.
No.
That's our 5-year goal.
Nice.
Right now, we're really, really falling short.
Oh my gosh.
You know, but I mean, I believe in miracles. I know that somebody out there, you know, will connect with this vision.
And that's, of course, that's the reason why you are on the World Child Show.
Yeah. So, I mean, so for the person outside of Lagos, if you want to do this, I mean, we're just a call, a message away. We'll willingly share our model with you, support you, consult, train you, and all of that, so that you can replicate the same in society.
Excellent. And of course, I can't end this interview section without bringing it back to the children.
Absolutely.
I know whatever any improvement in the life of a mother has direct drop-down effects on the child.
Absolutely.
And of course, that's why you are on the World Child Show today.
Okay, cool.
So can you tell us, I know you run a project that benefits the children of the women that you cater to. That's called the STARS Initiative.
Correct.
Can you please tell us a bit about that?
Okay, like I mentioned earlier, you know, we started out just focusing on the women. I know if your heart is into something and then you're doing it, you would identify areas that are like gaps, you know, in there, you know, in the things you're doing. So we identified and discovered that we needed to support the children of this. You know, sometimes somebody will come and meet and say, oh, I need you to meet my child. Can you talk to my child? No, you know, we're seeing all of that because we're becoming like family, you know, that kind of thing. So we started the STARS Initiative, focused on the children of the market women. So all we just do is that we leverage on the same venues we use. We leverage on the women to call their children, and we have monthly meetings because we really can't keep up with weekly with the children. Okay. So we do once a month with the children. When it's exam time, we organize like wire training for them, you know, do the bits that we can do to support them, train them about life, teach them, you know, so that they can really turn out as our own way of also supporting the women, so that they can focus on their businesses and grow it. And
because of course a major concern for mothers is the well-being of their children.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Wow. Temitope, you are doing fantastic work, and I pray that, you know, God will bless you and empower you, and of course you have all that you need to make this dream a better reality. Okay, before you go, can you just maybe give us your social media handles, or how people can reach out to you for support or to be a part of, you know, what you're doing to empower our local women? Okay, on Instagram and on Facebook, you can connect with us at Market Women Initiative. At Market Women Initiative on Instagram and on Facebook. I don't know if I can leave a number. Sure, please go ahead. 0807 269 0001. That's 0001. 0807 269 0001. Thank you so much for being on the show today.
Pleasure to be
and we will definitely bring you back. And we would follow up to see, some of the greater glories that will be revealed through your program.
Thank you so much.
Right, to my viewers, sadly we have run out of time on yet another edition of the Well Child Show. Thank you so much for spending, this part of your time today with us. But these conversations still continue across our social media handles. As you well know, on Instagram is @WellChildShow, and of course you can hook up with our mother page at Global Child Health. And to view this and previous editions of the show, you can check us out on YouTube at Well Child TV. Thank you so much for being a part of the show today. And like I always say, I need you all to remember, child health and safety is everybody's business. I will see you again on the next edition of the show, and hopefully my co-anchor Claire Henshaw will be with me in the studio. Goodbye and God bless you.